Good morning. It's Angela with Dogwood Paper Arts, and we're back to work on using up our paper pad and making an envelope journal. I tell you, it really makes me nervous. I did figure out a problem though that I had with this closing correctly. Well, it's my hinge for one, because I double hinged it. I shouldn't have done that. I should have just been brave and went with the one on the back, but I didn't. I was afraid. But the other problem is, and thank goodness I moved this away from the hinges, I put my envelope right on the side of this piece of paper. See here? But look over here. Ah! Got about 1/4 of an inch there. So anyway, and of course it's a fat envelope, or a fat pocket, and has that fabric on it, and so that's part of the problem. So I am going to make, I'm going to put a little latch here, probably over here. We're probably going to go this way. And so when I put the piece on here and here, this is going to have a little latch right here. Yes, it is. One up here and one down here. Then it will feel like a real surprise getting into it. Yes. So before we do that, let's take a look at these pages. I decided that I was going to put this over here. And I think this is right. Well, yes. Yes, it is. Yes, yes, it is. Yeah, I'm going to do that. But because this is a journal, we need some writing paper, don't we? We're going to make this into a writing pad before we put it down on here, because we need a place for words. So let me find some beautiful paper. Here's some. Now this one, I don't think I did. This one was done by Caroline at, I don't remember. I think that'll be enough. We don't want it to be as wide as that. We want it to be a little shorter, or a little thinner. Am I in camera? What did an Angela do with her pencil? Oh gosh, I haven't sharpened my pencils in a long time. Shame on me. So I'm going to cut this here, and I can get a couple of those cuts out of this. I'm just going to go ahead and cut extra paper. So let me twirl around to my cutting machine over here. I'm going to cut a couple of them because I know I'm going to need more paper in a journal. Because what's a journal if you can't at least write something in it, right? So our next cut is going to be right about here. And it's okay if these are off a bit. It is a junk journal, and we're talking about just putting in, you know, places to write and stuff like that. Okay, and now I want this to be a long one, but I don't want it to overhang, because I might want to put lace down there or something. So I'm going to cut it off right about here. It is going to go all the way up here. Oh, you know what? I can't do it that way. I have to make it shorter because I really feel like this pocket needs a little cut thing in it. Oh, I was going to put it on this side, that's why. Okay, never mind. Got it. Okay, back to where we were. I drew my line right about here. And that means it's going to come down to right about here. It'll leave us that much space. So I will cut all 4 of these at the same time, because I know I'm going to use those for that little writing journal. We don't need an enormous writing spot. Now look at this. We have our next little journal place, or we could make a little journal to go right here. Look at that. Let's use it up. Yes, yes, yes. So before I glue this down, I'm going to want to create a topper on this. Now I could staple it. I'm not big on staples with my journals. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I've had to pull so many staples in my life that I'm just not interested in that. I really don't know. But I love this piece. And I was thinking that I could make the header for the excuse me, I have had something caught in my throat all day. I can make the header for this just here out of this. Now I don't want it to go all the way to the edges, so I'm going to bring it in, and hopefully I'll glue it down in the correct spot. I'm going to fold it over a little bit just so it is more secure. Whoops, I need this one. Let's see if I can find my cut lines. Where did you put them, Angela? Oh, there's one, there's 2. Let's go this way. There's one. Hope that's straight. Okay. Yeah. Now, like I said, I don't want to go clear to the edges because of our we don't want it to get caught up in the envelope and everything. Now, what did I do? Hang on. Come on over. Oh, I gotta set my timer. Sorry about this. Okay. All right. I'm going to score this. Where? Right there. I've been trying to make myself put away my tools at night when I am done in here, so that I won't have stuff everywhere. Now we could just make this the size of the notepad. That might be better, and not fold it over the edge up there. That would work just as well. And then we could maybe add a piece of lace. Okay, well, let's take a look. And if I round those corners, that'll look better. Okay, let me cut that again. I can cut that with my scissors. If I can cut it straight. Don't know. Hard to say with me. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. Let's see if this will corner around. Yep, I'm using the 1/4 inch on my We Are Memory Keepers crocodile. And let's go ahead and put that right in there like that. Well, it almost fits perfectly. Look at that. I'm off just slightly. What was I saying last night? There is no perfect in this stuff. There. Now it works. So, the way I normally do these so that I don't have to staple them is I put eyelets in them and I run a ribbon through it. So, let's have a look at our next tool, which is this guy. We want to use the larger hole. And I already have my thing set. Oh, they might be off a little bit, but that's okay. Now we need either brads or here's brads or eyelets. Looks like we might use brads today because I have lots of brads. And I know where my brads are. Well, I don't really know where my eyelets are. I should. I have lots of brads. Let's see if we have something that kind of matches. I don't know. Oh gosh, my brain always starts running away with things. You know, I think, okay, I'm going to use brads. And so now I come across this. This is a Tim Holtz thing. And I think, gosh, if I use that, I could hang a charm on it. You see that? Wouldn't that be cool? But those are really nice, but they're a little fat. And I used the large hole, so I don't know if that would work. Stars. I don't want stars. I don't want... No. I'm not seeing it there. No, definitely not in that box. These might be a little bulky as well, but I sure do like them. They have little crystals in them. Ooh, look at this. It's fat. It won't work, but it's a button. I love it. And look at these little safety pins. Okay, well, you're not here to look at all that stuff, so. But it's fun, isn't it, to look in somebody else's stash boxes to see what they're doing, see what they have. That's a pretty one. Kind of a diamond. It's a big one. Oh, that's pretty. That kind of matches the blues and greens. That one belongs over there, I think. I'm not sure. those are fairly close. The biggest difference there is the color of the metal. Okay. I know, this is a little bulky too, but I think it'll be okay. Now, I hope this works. Let's find out. Very pretty. Okay. And I think it's probably going to be too bulky in there. I'd really have to pull those brads down super tight. I'd have to bend them like they're not used to being bent. Yeah, that's a little bulky. I don't think that'll work. That's out. Okay, Ange, where's your little eyelets? I have to keep saying the word because otherwise I'll forget. Should have just used glue, right? Right. Let me put these back in here. Where did I put my... I really don't know where I put my eyelets. Where does Angela put things? It should have been up here, but it's really not. And put these back. Oh, it was sitting up on top of a box that had an overturned lid on it. And because the lid was overturned, it was sunk down in. Okay, we're back in action. And let's see. I think we'll go with we'll go over here. There's one. There's two. I hope they're the same. Nope. One's a gunmetal. And one is a bronzy. The tool. Okay. Come on, get through there. You can do it. There's one. Now that does look better. You have to admit. It looks nice. It's more vintagey too. There we go. I like it. Throw that piece of paper away. Now, since we're just going to glue it down to here, I think I will go ahead and put this paper down. The question I have for myself is this. Do I want to just glue it on 3 sides and make a little slip-in area here? I think I do. And I honestly think that our envelope color is just fine for... I don't know that we need a backing in there. I mean, we could put something simple. You know, we do want to use up all we can. I mean, this little edge could go on there. Let's do that. Let's put this little edge in there. I want it the same length as this, definitely. Whoops, there goes my pencil. Let's find one that has a little sharper point. Unpile everything. Okay. I'm going to cut it there to there. Find the long scissors. I like the long scissors for this. It does not have to be perfect. Okay, I love this blue, but I'm kind of thinking maybe I'm going to switch to the brown maybe for a while. Don't know. Haven't quite decided. I do love the blue. And it's kind of nice to do something a little different. Okay. So because we want to bring this, make this an open pocket, I'm going to just glue this piece down here. It doesn't need to go all the way in because we're not going to be looking all the way in there. I don't hear my glue jumping around in there. Oh, I'm glad I didn't stab myself with that. So here I go, fattening up the envelope. If you ever get a letter from me, it might be a fat one, because you never know what I'm going to stick inside the envelope. Of course, people that know me might tell you that getting a letter from me is, or even a birthday card, can sometimes be a little difficult, because I always forget. I forget to send them out. I don't know why, but I do. Okay, that's going to be perfect. So let's figure out our center on this. I probably used too many rulers for you, huh? Old habits die hard. So our center, I know it doesn't have to be perfect, but I am so, kind of like things lined up a little bit. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but what I want to do is just this. I want to put a little side divot so that, whoops, sorry brown. Brown over there so I don't grab it again and try and make this one that color. Okay. Now I'm going to put it right up on the edge of that because that's how it needs to be. You know, I don't think that's quite deep enough. I wish I had an oval one. Who had an oval one? Was it Martha? That would be so much better. Yeah, I like that better. Okay, we're going to glue this down on 3 sides. And we're going to apply it. Yay! And then we can stick something in there. I wonder what we'll find. What could we find to put in there? I don't know. Think about that. Okay, even it up there. And even it there. I think on the fabric side I probably should have used the, this does stick to fabric. It just doesn't stick as quick as the 3-in-1 or the Fabri-Tac. Okay, there's that. Back to this beautiful little guy. Looking in my box, it has some of the little fibers in it. Oh. Let's see. I see it. Do you see the one I'm looking at? It's like one of those boxes where you look at it and you try to find all the different things. I'm looking at this. And I got this from one of my deliveries. I'll set that there for right now. I think this is too wide and it's going to be too fat. It will be too fat for a bow. So what if we didn't bow it? What if we just make it kind of a pretty front? We can do that. Yeah, go this way, Ange. Front to back. Back to front. And we're not going to make a big bow. We're just going to make something little. Put that up there for now. Well, it wants to be a bow. I can't help it. It's making a bow whether I want it to or not. An upside down bow too. Woohoo! I tied it wrong. Fine, go that way. I'll just pull you down under here and glue you. We'll see. Okay. So that's even fatter than our other stuff was, isn't it? Look at that. That will not do. Nope. Back to original idea. Here to here. Front to back. Not really left-handed here, but we're going to try it. Okay, so then we take our Fabri-Tac and we wait while the air bubble comes to the bottom that is now the top. And I'm going to just set that on its side for right now. Oh, wrong one. Don't do it, Ange. Don't do it. Do this one. This is what you want. Let's make sure it's not too twisty up there. I want it to have a little twist in it, but not so much that. Okay. Now, when you get down to the bottom, you're going to flip this up and there'll be a little surprise hanging in there. You'll be like, oh, look at that. Now I'm going to just glue this down. Okay, because I want that to really adhere down with that fabric in it, I am going to do this. I want to make sure that's pretty even. I am going to clamp them with the big clamp, just because I really want it to adhere. Now, while it's waiting, we'll put that in there. And we're going to go over here. We have to do something here too. Now we have extras. Let's see what we have. That was we're going to use the extras on the next page. Let's see what we have over here. That's the back. So we know we're going to use that pink side. It'll be an envelope or something. And we know in this one that I know I want to take this out of the front right now. Because sorry, I was off camera. I know I want to take this off of the front of the Stamperia paper because that's a smaller label than what's inside. And it's something we can use actually. A lot of times with this Stamperia or Stamperia, however you call it, I will cut all of these out and I will turn them all into tags. Especially these end ones. They make great tags. And these make great shorter tags. So, and this one would be a good tag. Okay, I've talked myself into it. I'm saving that piece of paper. Okay. So the nice thing about this paper pad is that you only have so many pieces that you can actually use on here. The rest of it has is already structured for you on the back. It's already spoken for with tags and stuff. So if you want to use up a paper pad, these are sometimes the best ones to use all the way up. Just because they're so there's really so few papers. And that's nothing against the company. I love the company and I buy their paper all the time. It's just that there's not a lot in the paper pads really for, you do have to buy their bigger packs, which is like 22 papers, I believe. cut that one just a bit short. We'll find out. So, how's everybody doing today? Is everybody having a pretty good time, or? I think that'll work out good. I'm just erasing the pencil lines that I had on it. So this blue kind of turns kind of a grayish color around the edges. And I really thought about switching, but I didn't want to switch while I already, switching colors, since I'd already started the base part of it in this color. Okay. I think we could go ahead and put what are we going to do here? We need something here. Big tag, I think. I think maybe we'll put, I don't know. Kind of feel like we need to make a slip pocket. And put a big tag in there. Decisions. I don't want to get too complicated. I'll complicate myself like crazy. We could do a roundy pocket. I don't want to use Follow Your Dreams. We have that. We have A Kiss to Build Your Dreams On. So we have both those. Boy, I wish I had a hole puncher that size, don't you? It'd be so much easier. Follow the end of the scissors with your eyes. Not where you're cutting. Just let the front of the scissor guide you. And it's far easier that way. If you watch right where you're cutting, you'll start cutting off. Maybe off just a little bit. Okay. Okay. A wonderful circle pocket. I like it. We're going to have to stiffen it up a little bit though. So I've already used this one quite a bit. But that really doesn't fit. Neither does that. Well, we have the pink with this background. So we'll just draw a circle here. Once again, following the end of your scissors, not the, I see I took my eye off of them. Actually, I should be making this one smaller. I think I should be following inside the line, not on the outside of the line. Because we don't want it to be bigger than this one. We can always cut it down to fit better if we need to. Like right here. But there's no sense in doing that until I glue the two together. Now this is just to strengthen it up a little bit, so it makes a nicer pocket. I know, that's not really junk journaling, is it? I don't know. I should be brave. I'm going to have to be brave. And really attempt to not worry so much about sameness, maybe? Don't know. It's okay. It doesn't matter. However you journal is fine. We all have our ways, and we all make unique things, and it's good. It's good this way. Okay. Now you tell me. Side pocket or top pocket? Top? Should it be here? And then we can have some words. We already have words, but we could have, well, we could put a little fabric cluster thing up here later. Sure. No, it would have to be something kind of flat and pretty. Okay, let's apply this page first. I'm not going to make a pocket out of this one like we did over here, just because we already have enough bulk on the base here, and we're going to have even more bulk once we put something in the back envelope. So we want to, I'm trying to get this to the edge, but I'm always so off. It's bad eyes, I guess. Gosh, I feel like we're never going to get done with this, you guys. I gotta work faster, 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 Ange, fast. Speed up, girl, speed up. If it's too big, we'll just have to cut some off. I do have to say, an envelope journal is hard for me. I don't know why, but it just is. Okay, so we're going to run this is going to be a pocket. So we'll run our glue to right about here on both sides. And let's get some stuff inside there because it really needs it right there. Okay. Nice little roundy pocket. Cute. Going to bring that up a little bit. It doesn't need to hang out right on the bottom. Want the words to be straight. Be semi-straight. We sure don't want them all crookedy. I don't mind writing my words crookedly, but okay. This here, we are going to make into this little pad. Not that little pad. so bad. Nope. This little pad. This little pad went to market. This little pad stayed home. This little pad had roast beef, and this little pad had none. I don't want to have to cut that paper. I like its length. Okay. So you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to staple this. If I can find my stapler. And if it has staples in it. But I'm not going to staple the top. I am going to staple these. And then they're going to get glued inside of here. Now, if I didn't do them right, we'll have to make a different thing for the flip over. There we go. Perfect. Look at that. Okay, so we're going to glue that. Right, I'm going to use a stronger glue. Right along here. And right back here. Okay. That's all right. It's all right. Yeah, I like it. I'm going to cut that piece off. Now, it needs just a little something. Just a little. Not that one. That won't work. Nope, that's going to go there. And that will probably go there. Okay, so I just want to cut this down and give it just kind of a little more of a flap right there. Because I feel like it didn't quite go over far enough, but maybe it just needs a little piece of lace. I like lace. This is my extra lace bits that I don't just put away, I just throw in here. And the little bits of paper, things people have crocheted. Whoops, that's my light I just hit. Perfect. I kind of have to keep it closed up because my cat comes in and he thinks it's all for him. I hate to disappoint him, but I have to. I have to tell him every time, no, that's Mommy's. Oh, I set this up right. Be patient with it. I do want it to come over just a little bit because I don't want that to come up. I'm stuck. There. Perfect. I like it. So it will go in there. But we can't put it in there right now because it is gluey. So set it up there to let it do its thing. Let's take these off. Okay. So they're in there. Now we need something to insert in there. We have an idea what we're putting there. Do we want to use that as our insert card? Because our other things get color too. Let's use this one. Now, we don't want it as wide or as long. So, and do we want it to be this, or do we want a piece of paper in there? Decisions. I think I like this one better. That's what we used over there, but it would be a nice insert over here. So we'll cut it down right about here and right about here. Oh, I hope I cut it on the right line. It's hard to see where you make your marks. If it's wrong, well, it's wrong. Trying to make myself put the scraps back over on this side so that I can remember to take them out. Okay. This will be our insert card. Unless it's still not right. Because the way I glued it down. There we go. Perfect. So we probably need something to pull that out with and push it back in with. And it'll just be a nice little journal card. Do have a couple of those. That's not what I want. That's from another kit. I'm not using that kit, but I might use some of the words to that. Let's just make two of these. And let's put them just like this, but we're going to cut them off a little bit. There we go. Okay, before we do that, let's ink up. If we're going to ink, we better do it now. Otherwise. But before we do that, I want to round these corners because rounded corners go better in and out of pockets. Now the other thing we could have applied on this was a matching ribbon. Sorry, I was out of camera. And let's see where we're going to want that. We're going to want it here to here. Okay. Oh, there goes my phone. Oh yes, these are on the outside, so we have to do that side too. Okay. So I'm going to use glitter glue for this one. And I think I'm going to do this side. And then just squish it around until it matches up good. There. Ta-da! And in the envelope it goes. Yay! Now, let's make sure it fits. Okay, it's fine. Okay. So, there we go. Let's see if this is dry. Almost. That's going to go in there. And then we have some little tags here. We need to strengthen them up a little bit, so we could double tag this here with that other tag. That would be kind of nice. That's what I'm going to do. It'll be a little flippy over tag or bookmark, whatever you want to call it. Is there a certain height they get and then they become bookmarks? Or do they get to be tags all their lives? There's probably a general rule, isn't there? I'll have to look it up. Okay, it's a little bit bigger on this side, so go ahead and just carefully trim it off. Okay. Big hole punch right there. Oh, it's off a little bit on that side too. Just barely. Okay. This is for you, and it's all you get from me. No. I have never been able to give just one little teeny tiny gift. To me, gift giving is like, I don't know. I just like to do it. I guess. It's just me. This is that extra fabric. think it works perfectly. I'm going to use it. I'm going to cut it off. Just like that. Oh, I'm going to cut it shorter. Yes, that looks better. Okay. Now, because I'm using fabric, well, it doesn't matter. Whenever I put in ribbons and stuff like this, I always give them just a little bit of glue, because it will hold them in place and you don't have to worry about it. I think that's cute. Yeah, nice. Yes, I like that. Okay, now this one. It needs to be backed with maybe a coffee dyed paper. So let's find a piece of, we have 1 minute left and then we're on the 5-minute mark. That means it's time to say goodbye, almost. Oh. Okay. Oh my goodness, my phone is beeping like crazy. So, imagine that. Somebody might want to talk to me. But they all know if the mama don't answer the phone, the mama's doing a video. Okay, or the sister. That could be a sister sometimes. Well, I'm always a sister, you know. You know how that goes. If you're a sister or a brother, it never ends. So once you are, you are. Oh my gosh. Oh, there goes our timer. So let's just finish up this tag and then it will be time to say goodbye. And then we'll come back and we will work some more on this because I want to finish it. It's one of those things you just got to get off your desk. There we go. Let's see now. What else do I have? That one will probably just fall apart. And that one's too short now. But we can use this. This way. This one will be okay. That way we pull it kind of from there over. From there over. Look at how messy I am. Oh my goodness. Isn't it? Do you guys do this? I guess we all do. I mean, if you're crafting, you get stuff out and you just keep kneading it over and over again, so no sense in putting anything right away. Oh, very pretty. A little bit of glue in there. Doesn't need to be more than a dot. It just holds it so you don't have to worry about it. Doesn't come out by the time you get done with your makings. there. Look at that. Okay, so there we are. We are done with the sour, and we will come back and see what else we're going to add to it or take away. And I will clean up a little bit because I think that'll help. Of course, we started out, you know, basically cleaned up. Okay. Get my other pencil off the floor and put it in the drawer, or it can be sharpened later. Okay, well, this is what we have today. We have a journaling card here. You can journal on the back or on the front. It slides in right here. We have a little notepad here, or a journaling place. We have a little journaling place here. I did not make a pocket out of that. It's just visual. And then we have a little round pocket here with a couple of tags in it. And I think I flipped this over to the blue side. And this one is a place to journal on the back. And there we go. That's what we have so far. And the back. So, tomorrow we will start on this part, and I think I'm going to flip it that way. It feels better that way for some reason. And like I said, we're going to attach some little things here. And this is off a little bit. I think when it dried, it did dry a little bit. Maybe I just don't have it pushed in enough. I think it just dried a little crooked, and this fabric is crooked, so that sets me off a little bit. Anyway, there's going to be a little doodad here. But definitely can't stuff much more in there. I think this is definitely going to be for a picture of a flower or something. And we'll have to remember, I'm going to put a little mark here. That just reminds me that I need to cut that. And then I want to put a little thing here that says I'm going to put something here to combine these two pages together. Okay? All right, well, thank you for joining me. I hope everybody's doing well, staying healthy, and I hope you're finding things to do to stay busy if you're like me, staying home. I only go out about once a week. The virus here in the U.S. is, you know, it's still running rampant. I think it's running probably just as rampant everywhere else. But anyway, for me, in my age group, I'm 61 this year. Yeah. So, anyway, I'm just taking care of myself, and I'm staying in and not exposing myself to a bunch of viruses. But anyway, so take care of yourselves, and if you're out playing in the water or anything like that, have fun for me too. I'd appreciate it. So, or especially if you're at the ocean. If you're at the ocean, say hello to it for me. I would really appreciate that. And I'll feel it in my heart that you did it. I'd appreciate it. Okay. Thanks for joining me. I will see you tomorrow. Ta-ta for now.